What is up, y'all? This is Runturn. We are back, baby. We are back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Shannon Sharpe and Brittany Renner and the whole Club Shay Shay podcast incident that happened. So I'm going to be honest, I did not know who Brittany Renner was until about 2 days ago, and you guys can leave your jokes in the comments. You know, you can say I'm bitchless, you know, you can say I'm living under a rock, you can say whatever you want, but I'm going to just keep it real. I did not know who this person was, but I saw that she was on Shannon Sharpe's podcast, and so naturally I was inclined to check this out. And without going into too much detail, she kind of went balls to the wall and dropped a bombshell. And that comment is what we're going to be, of course, talking about today. Let's go ahead and jump right into that story.
So that person that wants to be with Brittany Renner, they're gonna know what she's done and be okay with that. Yeah. Do you think it's hard for that? Is it hard for an athlete? Because athletes are very prideful, and don't take this the wrong way, but they kind of like, that's mine. And to know that that package has been unwrapped by somebody else on multiple occasions, it doesn't sit well with. I'm gonna keep it one. You say keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
But then you have to go back to when there was the Derek Jeter diamond. That's what my track record's like. But Derek Jeter gets a segment on ESPN where they have his dating history in the. Let me finish though.
No, I ain't saying nothing, Brittany.
You were thinking it.
You were thinking it. I'll get some water because I'm sweating in here.
Because my dating pool is, my
expansive.
God, impressive, expansive. I've had sex with 35 guys. Okay.
Whew. Oh Lord.
Impressive isn't
Woo.
the word. So if I'm judged for
anybody else need a shot of this?
If I'm judged for having great taste.
We are in a bar, so help yourself.
Yeah, so quite a bit to unpack there from the podcast. So first and foremost, she had zero shame in admitting that. Like, she didn't even hesitate. And it got me thinking, man, that the female mind is just so fascinating to me. Because, like, on one hand, these are the types of girls that would get shy and nervous to give a presentation in front of their class of about 15 to 20 students. But once they get a podcast mic in front of themselves and they start talking to millions of people on the internet, it's a totally different story. And honestly, I'm learning all kinds of secrets from this lady. You know, they teaching me some really foul shit. The type of stuff you'd never personally get out of me. That's all I'm saying. In fact, this should be kind of educational, low-key. They got me just riding the roller coaster of emotions. You know, I'm gasping, I'm wheezing, and they even got me taking notes and shit.
Write that down, write that down!
But like, nah, dog, that's crazy. She really got Unc looking like Steve Harvey over here to the point where he's trying to drink to forget. Oh man, we got another hour of this. Help yourself, he said. That's crazy. But you know, like, all joking aside here, I kind of want to take a look and dissect the argument here. So she actually brings up the Derek Jeter diamond. So essentially what happened was ESPN, they had a little piece. She talked about it a little bit, but they basically had a piece where, from what I understand, they were talking about all these people that Derek Jeter had dated. But here's the catch. It's people that he dated, not people that he had sex with, right? They obviously, on a national sports program that millions of people are watching, they're not commemorating bro for clapping cheeks, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not something ESPN would do. That's just simply a fact, because that would just be totally unprofessional and has no place on public TV, I guess. And this also wasn't right after saying something absolutely wild like she did, right? This whole situation is really just comparing apples to oranges, like very vaguely comparing the people that Derek Jeter dated versus the guys that you had sex with is a totally different comparison. And honestly, I think that's a very weak argument, personally. But yeah, now let's dive a little deeper through her whole 35 men comment, shall we? So, I'm gonna be honest, that's straight up cap. It's not true. And I'll explain why. So, I'll throw up first and foremost here a little bit of visual evidence to go along with my point here. But there ain't no way you up here posting hella ass on the TL, you know, going to clubs, and just in general looking that good. I mean, I'll give her props, you know, like, I'm a simple man, you know, I see a good-looking woman, I'm gonna, you know, say something about it. She's very attractive, but all of that, there is no way that you ain't fucking the whole 52-man roster, city to city. That's bonkers. That's just, there's no way. And Twitter was going nuts with this same kind of idea. They referenced something called the J. Cole rule, which I guess comes into effect here. It simply states that you gotta multiply the admission number by 3, and it's alluding to a bar in one of his popular songs, Nobody's Perfect. I thought that was so funny because that's true, man. I mean, 35 just doesn't seem realistic, whereas 105 makes a lot more sense. And I like how at one point she says, impressive isn't the word. Yeah, I think the word you're looking for is maybe, oh, I don't know, wild, ludicrous, perhaps whorish, or maybe even cap, again, as explained earlier. And I know people are gonna be like, getting on my ass, you know, they're not gonna like some of the diction, see what I did there? But before the witch hunt begins, let me elaborate. So, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have a lot of sex, right? Nothing wrong with wanting to be a meat connoisseur, you know, traveling the world, seeking out various meat of different cuts and whatnot. You know, that's totally fine. Sex is awesome, I won't lie. But when you proudly proclaim it to the internet, I gotta clown you for it. That's just internet 101, man. Everyone's getting made fun of on the internet. You guys are gonna watch this video and be making fun of me. Like, everyone gets made fun of on the internet. But moving on, seriously, how is this impressive? Like, how should I feel that this is such a great feat? Because I'm gonna be honest, man, if you're attractive, even a little bit attractive, I think, as a woman, you could honestly do this. I really think anyone could do this, honestly, except for me, because I'm just too shy. But I have to give credit where credit is due. I didn't know who this woman was, like I mentioned in the intro, until about 2 days ago, and so in my research, I was more than expecting to see the whole infamous link tree in the bio, if you're picking up on what I'm putting down. But I was pleasantly surprised to actually not find any sort of link of that nature. In fact, the only link I did find was a link to Amazon.com, so I checked it out, and it's just a book. So she's actually a writer. She wrote a book, and the link is just a link to go and purchase that book on Amazon. So to prove I'm not an asshole, if you're into that kind of thing, you know, books, maybe consider checking it out, man. I'm sure there's a lot of good information there. She's obviously very successful. And yeah, but to kind of recap here, I'm really just not really fully convinced that 35 is an accurate number here. I could be wrong though, you know, I've definitely been wrong in the past, but fellas, regardless, definitely be safe out there, and let this be a lesson to you. When it comes to this type of behavior, regardless of who the subject is, one good girl is worth 1,000 bitches. But guys, that's basically it for the video. I appreciate y'all watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, rating, subscribe to the channel for more commentaries just like this. Leave a comment down below. I would love to hear what y'all have to say about this. And until next time, guys, this is Runter, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.